Zion Williamson is special. Somehow in the last 2 years, he has become a YouTube sensation. And he did it without having a father who claims to be better than Jesus himself at the game of basketball. Shots fired, LeVar, come at me. But for real guys, what's up? My name is Mike, and yes, today we are talking about Zion Williamson. Now, I'm sure almost all of you have seen the dunks, you've seen the incredible highlights, but I'm sure many of you don't know his story. So that's what we're doing in today's video. We're going to be talking about his story, and then we're going to look at his NBA comparisons. Because with every hyped up prospect like Zion, there's gonna be haters. And some people have said he's just a dunker. He won't be able to do this at the next level. So let's look at this together and figure out if those haters are wrong. And quickly, before we jump into this, I just want to give a huge shout out to Ball is Life. Make sure to subscribe to their channel. They let me use their content for this video. And speaking of shout outs, I just want to shout out you guys for getting us to 950,000 subs. We're almost there, guys. We only need 50,000 for 1 million. So if you're new and you like this video and you want to join this journey, subscribe and we can get to 1 million subs together. So first video we're watching is the Chick-fil-A Classic, a very prestigious event. And in this game, Zion dropped 53 points. The man shot 25 from 28 from the floor. And maybe some of you are new to Zion's game. You're gonna start to see here how he is such an efficient scorer. Because against high school competition like this, he's able to just score around the basket at will and get sick putback dunks. He also is able to throw defenders' shots into the stands with ease. Okay, just had to take a second. Can we just watch that again? He just effortlessly put the ball behind his back and scored on a layup in like one motion. All right, we can obviously see he is just an absurdly freakish athlete. We all know this. He's 6'7". He has a 6'10" wingspan and he is 220 pounds. So that kind of size alone allows him to bully his defenders. And the strength makes sense because his dad was a defensive lineman in college, but the speed and agility also makes sense because his mom was a sprinter. Kind of the perfect combination of parents. That's what makes Zion special. Yes, he is a human highlight machine. I know that nickname is already taken, but he's also able to put the ball on the floor in transition, just beat everyone off the dribble, and then just dunk. This kind of ball handling and dribbling ability was actually developed early for him. Because when Zion was growing up and up until he was in 8th grade, he was always, you know, kind of average height. He was actually a 5'9" 8th grader. So his mentors made him play point guard, and now that he's 6'7", that's just unfair. So let's jump to high school video number 2 here. We're gonna get into the AAU stuff in a second, but I just want to show you what he does against high school competition. He's been playing in South Carolina, and he himself admits that he doesn't have exactly a national schedule. I mean, some of the players on his own team look like basketball versions of the kids from the Sandlot. But playing with this competition just allows Zion to develop his all-around game because he has the freedom to do anything he wants. The thing was though, since he wasn't playing against national competition, the height for Zion didn't grow until his junior year. I mean, as a freshman on varsity, he averaged 24 points, 9.4 rebounds, and 3 assists and 3 steals a game. And then as a sophomore, he won the state championship. But still, a lot of people didn't know his name because he was doing that against these type of players. The thing is though, when you're playing against competition like this, you have the ability to make some viral highlights, like some of these monster dunks he just keeps, oh my god. He just caught an alley-oop over that kid. I'm telling you right now, number 5 just walked off the court after this game, and you could currently find him in his high school's chess club. He's done with basketball. All right, this competition is just a joke. Let's look at the games against some of high school's best players. So Zion first began to build more hype in the Adidas camp in the summer of 2016, but again, he was still largely unknown, and this is where he began to blow up. Now, in this video, we're looking at the NBA Top 100 camp from 2016. You see, we've got guys from the class of 2017, 2018, and 2019. Zion's class of 2018, which is why it was so impressive that in this camp, he was able to dominate and win the co-MVP. I mean, we're looking at it ourselves. He's playing against way better competition, and he's still able to just bully people. Plus, his ability to be a one-man fast break is still there. These are NBA skills. And now, about 1 month later, we have the 2016 Under Armour Elite 24 game, a game that was full of 5-star prospects, and a lot of them were in the class of 2017, so they were older than Zion. But we still see it. No matter what the stage is, Zion is able to get buckets. I mean, no matter what, this athleticism is going to translate over to the NBA. And and the man just has the skills. Again, tons of top recruits, tons of players older than him, and Zion took home co-MVP of this game. He also just happened to shoot 10 for 10, and oh yeah, there was a dunk contest. I'll give you one guess who won that. I mean, come on, behind the back with ease. I don't think I can do that trying to dunk this ball in my garbage can. I mean, just throws it off the backboard, casually puts it through the legs, and just throws it down. You know you're doing something special when everyone around you is just in awe. And now let's jump back to high school real quick and talk about Zion's junior year. This is Zion after he has become a social media sensation. I mean, Drake got a custom-made jersey and wore it in an Instagram picture. Drake! So as a junior, Zion averaged a cool 37 points a game. He also scored 51 points in a state championship win. So obviously high school competition is just too easy, which means let's look at this summer against the top competition again, and let's see where this man's game is at now. So another Adidas event, and we've got the legend Coach K in the building. Also, you know, Tom Izzo. I just like Duke a little more, and know I'm gonna get roasted in the comments for it. I'm sorry. Right away, we see Zion take it in the post, back down, and just score. I love to see that, man. He is developing his game. That's very important, being able to score inside and out. He needs that for the next level. He needs a jump shot like this for the next level. Splashing threes, that's what we need, Zion. Because yeah, when you got a guy that can do this, just grab rebounds and dunk over two guys, they're always gonna find a place in the league. And yeah, there's been tons of guys in high school that have overpowered defenders that have scored at will and can't do it in college. But I mean, Zion has a grown man's body. Like, if you put him in the NBA right now, he will be able to compete. Obviously, developing in college for 1 year is going to help him, but there are just basketball players that are just built differently athletically. I'm talking about guys like LeBron James. Now, I'm not comparing LeBron to Zion. LeBron is a way better playmaker, but I am saying Zion has that body. He's able to take the ball to the basket and just push everyone out of the way without trying. And if we're going to project Zion's game to someone in the NBA, it's not really possible. He just takes a lot from different players. You've got LeBron's bully style of basketball, and we'll discuss the others as we watch Zion go against Romeo Langford. Now, right now, ESPN has Romeo as the 6th ranked player in 2018. Zion is 2nd. So games like this are just good tests. And right away, Zion brings the ball up like a point guard, a quick crossover, easy score. Then post up, finds his teammate across the court, buckets. And you see, he doesn't always go for the dunk. I mean, I know a lot of people think that all he does is dunk because of the highlights, but he actually is a pretty smart finisher around the basket, as we see again. I think the most important thing we're seeing in these top games is his ability to handle the ball and score. I mean, he's only 6'7" right now. Maybe he'll still grow, but that means he has to be a small forward in the NBA. Maybe a tweener power forward, but he's gonna be undersized there. I think at the small forward spot, he has the speed to keep up on defense, and he definitely has the strength to body some NBA small forwards. So honestly, just looking at this video, Zion's game reminds me of Lance Stevenson. Like Lance Stevenson with way more athleticism. Now, of course, the matchup we've all been waiting for. Let's take a look at Zion versus LaMelo Ball in one of the most packed crowds I've ever seen for one of these AAU games. We've got Damian Lillard. We've got my boy OSN. And for some of these top prospects, I think this is really cool. They're already learning how to handle the pressure of playing basketball on a big stage. That can only help them. Now, I really liked watching Zion in this game because LaMelo's team plays such a fast-paced, chaotic style of basketball, and you could see Zion is just comfortable doing that. You could also see that the man is a defensive force. I mean, it's clear that every time LaMelo's team got to the basket, they had Zion in the back of their heads. Again, with LeBron and then guys like Andre Iguodala, Zion's got that chase down block potential that just keeps everyone on their toes. And of course, in this game, like all Zion games, we see the monster highlights. I mean, it's just second nature to him. The guy can't step onto a basketball court without creating a near viral video. Just can't do it. Anyway, the main thing I love to see in this game was Zion's composure. Like I said, chaotic style of basketball, but Zion never looked overwhelmed against the press. He also was not bothered at all by the crowd that was surrounding him, by Damian Lillard watching him play. I mean, just look right here. He's facing a double team, splits it, then scores on 3 guys. Zion's a player that has built a huge name for himself. That means that no matter what he does at this point, there are going to be eyeballs on him. And I think the man is going to be able to handle those expectations. Everyone, his AAU coaches, his high school coaches, his middle school coaches, they all said that Zion is a humble, quiet kid who has a fierce work ethic. Right now, for his own style of play, Zion studies game tape of LeBron, Kawhi, and Russell Westbrook. And I just think that's perfect. He's learning how to body people on the way to the rim like LeBron. He wants to learn how to be relentless like Russell Westbrook, which if he develops that motor a little more, if he develops that aggressiveness a little more, I mean, the man is gonna put up tons of points in the league. Playing against someone like him puts a toll on your body. If he's never stopping, you're gonna be in trouble. And finally, I love that he loves Kawhi. He loves that Kawhi stays out of drama and just goes about his business on the court. As Zion himself has said, I want to be one of the greatest that's ever played this game. And yeah, a lot of people say that, but then he continued to say, I want to have a great reputation, nothing bad. Be a Hall of Famer. Try to win at least 3 NBA finals, even though that's probably nearly impossible or very hard, but I'm gonna try. And I want to give back to my community. I mean, how could you not love this kid? He works as hard as he can to develop his game. He wants to stay composed on the court. He wants to make sure he gets in no trouble off it. And he wants to give back. I gotta say, guys, after making this video, after doing the research, after watching tons of Zion clips, I am a huge believer in him. I mean, the quick fame that he got for these dunks could have went to his head instantly, but it hasn't. He works hard. He wants to be an NBA legend, but he wants to do it the right way. You just have to respect someone like that. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something. And remember, I am on the grind to 1 million subscribers. 1 million. If you enjoy basketball videos, if you want to join me on this journey, make sure to subscribe and let's get to 1 million subs together. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much. You know your support means everything to me, and you know that you are awesome. And as always, have an awesome day, and cue that music.